Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive. Today, we're going to be looking at something pretty interesting, artificial intelligence. We've got some really cool points here from Texto Colado, and basically we're trying to figure out, is AI making us smarter or is it making us lazy?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Like, it's giving us all these amazing tools, but are we just like leaning on them too much instead of actually using them to, really boost our own abilities?
Yeah, like are they crutches or are they springboards, right?
Exactly. So let's start with the positives. Like, imagine having access to like all the information in the world instantly.
Right.
Like you can learn anything.
Yeah, it's almost like a superpower. Like if you need to know something or you want to dive deep into something, you've got Google. And it just like, boom, opens up this huge world of knowledge and it's all right there in like seconds.
But AI and learning isn't just about doing a quick Google search or asking ChatGPT a question. Like there's AI tutors now that can adapt to your learning speed. Like having a personal coach for anything you want to learn.
Yeah, exactly. Like Khan Academy, they're using AI to like create these personalized lessons, making education way more accessible to everyone.
Okay, so that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But are we losing something by always needing to look up an answer? Like, are we becoming too reliant on AI to do the thinking for us?
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of the other side of things. AI definitely makes us more efficient, but I think we need to be careful that we don't start to over-rely on it.
Yeah.
Like, take GPS, for example.
Right.
It's super convenient, but are we losing our sense of direction because of it?
Oh, that's a good point. I know I rely on my navigation app way too much. I haven't used an actual map in ages.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder if we're training these, like, problem-solving skills that we need for just pure convenience.
Right, exactly. And you can even think about it with things like ride-hailing services. They're great, but are they making us less likely to try other ways of getting around? Or even just walking somewhere?
Yeah, it's like we're always choosing the easiest option, even if it means we might be missing out on some important experiences or learning new skills.
Yeah, for sure.
And then there's the concern about, critical thinking. Are we really processing the information we find, or are we just accepting it at face value?
Totally. Like when you have instant access to like summaries and quick answers, do you even really think about the material?
Yeah, it's like we're becoming passive consumers of information instead of active learners.
Exactly.
Which then makes you wonder, does this affect how motivated we are to learn new things? Like if AI can just translate anything for me instantly, why should I bother learning a new language?
Yeah.
Or, if software can write emails for me, do I even need to work on my own writing skills?
Right. It's like, is AI offering us a shortcut to knowledge, but we're missing the actual journey? Like the struggle, the satisfaction of figuring it out ourselves?
Exactly.
Yeah, it really makes you think like, are we trading real understanding for just getting quick answers and feeling like we know something? I mean, it feels like we're at this crossroads right now. Like AI has so much potential to completely change how we learn and solve problems, but then there's also that fear that we could just become too reliant on it. Like we're basically outsourcing our brains.
Yeah. You're right, it is a bit of a dilemma.
Yeah.
But I don't think it has to be like some, dystopian future where machines take over and humans become useless.
Right.
There's this concept called augmented intelligence, which is basically about humans and AI working together.
Okay, so like a partnership instead of AI just taking over.
Exactly. Like what if AI could handle all those boring, repetitive tasks, all that data crunching? Then that would free us up to focus on the things that humans are really good at.
Okay.
Like creativity, thinking critically, solving those really complex problems.
I see. So instead of replacing us, AI would help us use our unique human skills even better.
Exactly.
So how is this augmented intelligence thing actually working in the real world? Take healthcare, for example. Imagine you go to the doctor and they have this AI that analyzes your medical scans. And maybe the AI spots like a tiny little thing that the doctor might have missed.
Okay.
That could be huge. Like AI can process so much data so it can help with early detection of diseases, which could literally save lives.
Wow, that's amazing. So AI isn't replacing doctors, but helping them do their jobs even better.
Exactly, and it goes way beyond healthcare too. Like think about creative fields.
Right.
Artists using AI tools to experiment with different colors, or a writer using AI to brainstorm new ideas for their story. AI is like this creative partner now, helping people push their boundaries and come up with even more amazing things.
I really like that idea of AI as a creative partner. It's like we always think of creativity as being so human, but maybe AI can help us be even more creative.
Right, but I think the key is that we use AI intentionally. Like we need to set boundaries and make sure it's helping us achieve what we want, not just taking over.
It's almost like when the printing press was invented. Like it completely changed how we got information. But it didn't mean people stopped reading or writing.
Yeah, great point.
If anything, it helped create even more ideas and innovations.
Yeah, it's a good analogy. AI is like that too. It can democratize knowledge and give us so many more opportunities. But it also comes with this responsibility to use it ethically and to make sure these AI systems are transparent. And of course, we need to keep learning and adapting as AI keeps evolving.
So it's not about being afraid of AI or just blindly accepting it.
Right.
It's about understanding what it can do, both good and bad, and then making smart choices about how to use it to benefit all of us.
Exactly. We're writing the story of AI right now with every decision we make.
This has been an amazing discussion. It's really made me think differently about AI. So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, what's the one thing you really want our listeners to take away from all of this?
I think the most important thing to remember is that AI is a tool. And like any tool, it can be used for good or bad. It's up to us humans to use it wisely and make sure it benefits everyone.
This deep dive has really made me think about AI in a totally different way. It's not just about like fancy gadgets or robots taking over the world.
Yeah.
It's about us and the choices we make about how we use this incredible technology.
I totally agree. It's about being aware of the possibilities, both the good and the bad, and then deciding how we want AI to fit into our lives.
Exactly. And it brings us back to that question we started with. Is AI making us smarter or lazier? So, what are your final thoughts on all this?
I don't think it's a simple yes or no answer. AI definitely has the power to make us super smart, giving us access to all this information and these tools that can help us in so many ways.
Right.
But it could also make us lazy if we let it do all the work for us.
So it's not about AI itself, but how we choose to use it.
Exactly. AI is just a tool. And like any tool, it can be used for good or bad. It all comes down to us, humans, using it responsibly.
Well said. This has been such a fascinating conversation. Thank you so much for sharing your insights with us today.
Oh, it's been my pleasure, really.
And to all our listeners out there, we hope this deep dive has given you some new things to think about. How is AI already affecting your life? Are you using it to boost your own abilities, or are you letting it take over? It's up to you to decide. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the deep dive for more awesome discussions just like this one. And hey, share it with a friend who you think would enjoy this kind of chat. Until next time, keep those minds curious and keep exploring.